Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mall Wiki. Today is Wednesday, June the 15th of 2016, and today's video is going to be something quite a bit different. And I actually do put a lot of emphasis on that. It's going to be very different. I never really talk about this much because it's something I really don't do a whole lot. In fact, it's been years since I've done it. I enjoy swimming. And, in fact, I remember being a little kid and always looking forward to going swimming every summer. Unfortunately, I haven't been swimming since 2009, which was the last time I was at the beach. And, unfortunately, I haven't swam since then, and seeing that this year is going to be another summer where I'm going to be spending my entire time in Greensboro with, nowhere to go. Trust me, I'm not too thrilled about it either. I have decided to do something that I haven't done since maybe the early 2000s, I guess. I went to Toys R Us today. Yes, as weird as it sounds, I purchased an inflatable swimming pool. This was normally $30, got this on sale for $20. The reason I did this is because, well, I need exercise, folks. All I ever do, because let's be honest here, all I really do is do computer stuff, and moving a mouse and typing on a keyboard doesn't really get you much exercise. And when it comes to exercise, I just find everything to be boring and lackluster. And the way my mind is wired, if I don't enjoy it and it's not interesting me, I just can't do it. I have to have fun while doing something, and swimming is something I do enjoy. And I could go to a public pool and do all this, but then I have to worry about other people, lifeguards yelling at me for every little thing. So this is a very, very reasonable option. So, first year I ever did this was in 1995. It was a round inflatable swimming pool. I absolutely loved that thing until I got it in, I believe, June of 1995. I absolutely loved that swimming pool until about a month later when a thunderstorm came and blew the pool away while there wasn't any water in it. That was not fun. Thankfully, we were able to get another swimming pool. And I got an inflatable swimming pool for just about every year when I was a kid, up until, I guess, the early 2000s, I want to say. Okay. Got the Destructions. This is a Toys R Us branded swimming pool. No diving. Well, duh, this is a little inflatable pool. If you try to dive into an inflatable pool, you're just asking for trouble. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze this out of the box here. There we go. If I had to guess, it's probably been about 15 years since I last had an inflatable pool. Okay. This is one of those rectangular shaped ones. I haven't seen it in person. They didn't have it out on display, but it's a family size pool, so I should be able to fit in it. A little yellow piece of paper. That's a repair patch. Guess we get a hole in it. Got to figure out which is bottom and which is top. Okay. Pretty soon, in about a minute or two, we're going to shake hands with Mr. Air Compressor. If you thought I was going to manually inflate this with my own lungs, let's be honest, you're kind of stupid. I don't know if this is the top, if this is the bottom. I think I got it right. Okay. I think this tarp is quite big enough to fit this entire pool, but oh well. Now I've got to find the air plug on this thing. Maybe that's it. I thought that was the drain or something. I think that's the plug. Water. Man, it's humid today. Been lucky the last few days, hasn't been any humidity, but today it came back with a vengeance. Okay, pretty sure. Okay, I better read the instructions here. Okay, to inflate the pool, start from the bottom chamber and work your way up to the top chamber and close the safety valves after inflation. Well, I guess that's it. Let's head over to the carport and get our air compressor ready. There it is right here. I sure do hope it'll reach. Well, actually, first thing we need to do is just fill the thing up with air. Okay, this is going to be loud, folks, so headphone users, you may want to turn your sound down. Let's set this camera on the side of this grill. You're not going to be able to see the compressor, but oh well, okay. Cover your ears, folks. It's your final warning. We gotta wait for this to fill up with air, and then we'll unplug it and carry it over to our future swimming pool. Okay, so I'm a noob when it comes to air compressors. I was talking to my dad about it, and he said I gotta keep it plugged in while I'm inflating it, or else I'm gonna run out. That way, as I'm filling it up, it'll refill as I go. Unfortunately, the air compressor wasn't gonna reach to where I had the pool, so I temporarily brought it over here behind my car, and we're going to start filling her up. Okay. Quality family entertainment here, folks. way to do it, hard to explain, but it's going a lot quicker. Camera off the tripod and take a quick look at fruits of our labor. Ladies and gentlemen, our swimming pool, the Billy Course swimming hole. Now I gotta go unplug that compressor and carry this pool back to its home. So I'm gonna go do that off camera, and I'll rejoin you over there so we can start filling this up with some water. All right, I do believe that looks a lot more like an inflatable swimming pool than it did when we started. Next thing I need to do is I need to go over to the spigot, turn the water on, bring the hose over here, and start filling it up. Whew. Okay. This water is very, very hot, actually. Okay, now it's cold. We have well water, by the way, not city water, so pretty cool. Don't want it to knock the camera down, so I'm gonna move the camera right here. There we go. Don't want to lose a camera in this process. Okay. Okay, there we go. Not exactly sure how long this is going to take, but inflating it sure took quicker than I thought. And there it is in all its glory. Soaked myself, by the way, turning that hose on. One thing we do need to do once the pool is filled with water is, what is it? We need to put some Clorox in here. Not a whole lot, just a little spoonful, but that will help keep this pool from getting slimy and murky. Yeah. Water everywhere. Okay. I guess there's no sense in keeping the video going any longer than it should, so I'm gonna pause the video, come back once we've filled this up with some water. And by the way, look how sweaty I am. Humidity is not fun, folks. Okay, it's actually been a couple of hours since I last filmed. Last you saw me, I was starting to put water in the swimming pool, but unfortunately I came across somewhat of a conundrum. I came back out here about 20 minutes later, and the water was overflowing in a crest right in here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it was right on the end of the pool. And I come to find out that I didn't put enough air in the pool. So I had to empty all the water back out, pull the swimming pool back behind my car, and put more air in it, bring it back over here and fill it back up. Well, thankfully I must have done something right this time, because other than it being a little unleveled, which there's really nothing I can do about it, it's always been this way, I think we're good to go now. All that's left now is to take some bleach and I gotta do this over the pool. Take the bottle cap, fill it up with bleach. Of course I use too much. And then just dump it into the pool, mix it around, and that's probably all I need. Oh, almost fell in there. Now, unfortunately, I will not be swimming in this today for two reasons. One, the water is way too cold. The water needs a good bit of time to warm up so I don't freeze my persimmons off when I jump in. And two, I checked the weather radar a little bit ago and there's some rain heading this way. So we will resume with the pool tomorrow. But yeah, I think despite a few little hiccups here and there, we have a successful swimming pool. Oh yeah. I tell you, it's gonna be interesting getting in here. I haven't been in a swimming pool since 2009. And that was in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's the last time I ever went to the beach. The last time I ever swam, so yeah, I mean, it's not the same as swimming at the beach, but it will do. So with that said, I will end the video here. I'm going to make two separate videos. This video, which involves me setting everything up, and two, me showing myself swimming. Don't worry, I'll be wearing swimming gear. I'll be wearing a swimsuit and a t-shirt, so you won't see anything too revealing about myself. But that will come possibly tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. Until then, this is Billy Core signing off.